No one's safe here tonight. We are happy to indulge you if you're looking for a fight, or just go home.
Brother Amina, thank you for your generous contribution to the congregation. With your generous contribution, we shall be able to spread our message far and wide.
It's not a problem, Pastor. It will help spread the word and help create a whole new world.
Follow me to the light.
Time for our main event and the Defiant Internet Championship, about to be decided in what could be an early contender for Match of the Year.
Absolutely. You cannot fail to be impressed with everything this man does, injured wheel or not, Bradshaw. Speedball Mike Bailey has a real shot at becoming the new Defiant Internet Champion. Never count him out.
The following contest, it is set for one fall, and it has a 30-minute time limit and will decide your Defiant Wrestling Internet Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 70 kilos. This is Speedball Mike Bailey.
Well, you said never count him out, but also you can't discount the fact that, as you say, he does have those injuries he's recovering from. He's had injured knees, particularly the left knee, for much of the past several weeks, made worse, of course, by those repeated assaults from Drake. And if there is one man you do not want to be facing in a wrestling ring when you have an injury to one of your limbs, it is Zack Sabre Jr., because he is shark-like in the way he will hone in on that injury, and that must make Speedball Mike Bailey even more of an underdog in this title match.
I've said it before, the champ, Zack Sabre Jr. will have paid full attention to that injured knee on Speedball Mike Bailey. Sabre Jr. would have been watching everything that Drake did to Bailey. We're going to find out if the champion will target that injury tonight.
Introducing his opponent from the Isle of Sheppey, weighing in tonight at 80 kilos. He is the current reigning and defending Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion, Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. has been Internet Champion since defeating Gabriel Kidd several months ago. And Sabre Jr. very proud of his possession of that Internet title. He's been taking it all around the world to defend it. Another international challenge here in the form of Canadian Mike Bailey. But Sabre Jr. with absolutely no plans to relinquish that championship anytime soon.
Well, Mike Bailey, over the past year or so, including his time in the Pro Wrestling World Cup and how impressive he was there, has become a sensation across the internet, on social media. Such a huge buzz about Speedball. We're about to find out if he can vindicate the claims that he is an internet sensation. Could he become internet champion?
Referee Chris Sharp with the honours here of calling this one our main event this week on Defiant. Let us know who you think is going to walk out of here the Internet Champion, and also what do you think about that big main event announced for next week by IPW owner Billy Wood a little bit earlier on? Gabriel Kidd, the former Internet Champion, is going to challenge Austin Aries for the Defiant Championship. All of that coming up next week. Join the conversation online using the hashtag #WeAreDefiant.
The big story here will be the leg, and look at this, Sabre Jr. straight away going after that limb.
Look how fast Sabre Jr. is. He's all over the body before you know what's hitting you here. Such a Classic Zack Sabre Jr. strategy. Not only that physical dominance, but in the course of that physical dominance, he is psychologically telling you that he is a better wrestler than you.
There's no doubt that Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the absolute best on planet Earth today. Speedball Mike Bailey, he wants to someday supplant men like Sabre Jr., earn the recognition and respect that Sabre Jr. has worked so hard to cultivate. And look at that, that is the speed of Speedball.
Those kicks, those strikes, Taekwondo influence, of course, by the black belt Speedball Mike Bailey have got him a very long way in the past year, including to the quarterfinals of the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
All it would take, though, Bradshaw, is for Bailey to throw one of those kicks, Sabre Jr. to catch it, lock in a submission hold, and we could be saying night-night, goodbye, thank you for coming to Speedball. His internet dreams, his internet title dreams, rather, could be over in a flash. There we go.
Sabre Jr., you see, immediately trying to twist around that left leg. Split crowd here in London, as you hear. Supporters of both men.
One thing Sabre Jr. will try to do is wrestle the match at his pace. He knows he must ground the challenger, who is lightning quick with those strikes.
Credit to Speedball Mike Bailey, by the way, that the crowd is so split. I promise you, a year ago, Zack Sabre Jr. in his home country would have had almost 100% unanimous support here in London, but the Defiant fans have become so impressed with Speedball Mike Bailey that he has very quickly become a fan favorite.
Well, he has, but the internet champion, Sabre Jr., is probably, if not the, he is one of British wrestling's greatest exports. And look again, Bailey favouring the leg.
There's no point hiding that. Sabre Jr., I promise you, will know all about the condition of that leg.
With every kick that even Bailey throws, it will put pressure on that joint in his knee.
Trying to take off. Oh, look at that from Bailey. They're in the ropes. Sabre Jr. had to grab the ropes and grab the choke there to have any chance whatsoever of breaking this. Now he's trying to turn it into a submission of his own, but that is a break, and referee needs to get control of this quickly.
This shows you how much the Defiant Internet Championship means to both these men. Referee Chris Sharp having a hell of a job keeping Sabre Jr. and Bailey apart.
You know what it reminds me of when you're trying to take on Zack Sabre Jr. in the early part of a match like this? It's like trying to handle a snake that could strike at you at any time. Sabre Jr., if you don't keep your distance, if you're not incredibly cautious, could deliver a fatal blow at any moment.
Look at the way Speedball is coiling his own body up, ready to strike at a moment's notice. This man is so quick. Sabre Jr. no slouch either, I hasten to add.
So unpredictable, this match. This is the kind of match that could go the full 30-minute time limit, or alternatively it could end in an instant if one of those kicks from either man connects the right way. The opponent could be knocked out.
Look at this, almost
into the ropes there.
Sabre Jr. changing tack there, going after the arm instead of the leg, looking to wear down the challenger's entire body.
There he wrenches that left arm and shoulder backward. Bailey rolling through to try and untwist himself.
And there we go, there's the hometown welcome. I feel like that Sabre Jr. would have been expecting.
Yeah, Sabre Jr. is from Kent, so just about 20 miles away from here. We're in the heart of central London this week on Defiant. Oh, spinning kicks from both men, neither making contact, but Bailey made contact with that. Sabre, though, has the bad leg. Kicking, oh, Bailey straight up. Spinning kick right to the side of the head of the champion, and this one is starting to heat up quickly.
It really is, and it's quite telling. Zack Sabre Jr. crumpled to the mat there, clutching the back of his neck as he retreats into the corner. Look at this. Bailey back to his feet.
Bailey will take a run up. Oh, and that was the bad leg. The bad leg as Sabre Jr. will twist the other leg. The right knee has not been in the best of conditions either ever since that 2 out of 3 series that Bailey had with David Starr, which he won 2-0 to become the #1 contender.
Well, a few times in those matches against Starr, Bailey tried to land on the ring apron, knee first on top of Star, who then moved, and Bailey crashed down hard on the ring apron. Oh, it must have hurt both knees, and so will this.
Sabre Jr. is capable of applying holds that we've never even heard of. Now look at this. And Sabre Jr. bridging backwards. The flexibility of the Internet Champion on display for all to see here.
That was a show of strength from Sabre Jr., just showing that he isn't fazed by anything Mike Bailey is throwing at him. Oh.
And as you say, Sabre Jr. not just focusing on the legs. Look at how he's contorting the wrist. Oh my. He wins just watching it. Now he's got a Kimura lock as he's bending that arm backwards. Bailey, though, turned it into a pin. Sabre Jr. needs to be careful and make sure his own shoulders don't roll onto the canvas.
That was resourceful from the challenger, but you see how the champion just cuts Bailey back down to size, homing in on that leg. Whenever there's an opening, whenever Zack Sabre Jr. feels a threat, he will put the boots to that injured wheel.
Did you see that running stomp from Sabre Jr.? And for all of his politeness and sportsmanship, when he's outside of the ring, there is an absolute pronounced ruthless streak in Sabre Jr. Look at this half crab. Look at the angle of the leg, and now he's got the arm as well.
There's nowhere.
Yeah, never leave a limb flailing against Sabre Jr.
Nowhere for Bailey to go. Oh.
Bailey shoulders it down and gets the left one up. And Bailey starting to realize just the scale of the challenge ahead of him if he wants to leave here with the Internet title.
Few in the pro wrestling world can manipulate another man's body like Zack Sabre Jr. When he wants to, he can really, really be mean inside that ring, and he wants to tonight on Defiant.
Big chops across the chest from the young man from Quebec, Speedball Mike Bailey. Another one of those kicks. Bailey, the kind of guy who just one of those kicks can take a man off his feet with a vengeance like he did there against Sabre Jr. Sabre comes back with a clothesline. Bailey kicks him in the head. Sabre Jr. is reeling, and the Internet title could be in jeopardy.
Well, I get the feeling that the champion felt Mike Bailey was going to aim one of those kicks to the stomach. Zack Sabre Jr. actually dropped his hands. It left the head exposed, and Sabre Jr. paid for it. There's one to the breadbasket.
Ooh. Back of the heel of Bailey right into the skull of Sabre Jr. Exchanging rear waist locks now, and Bailey Hurricane Rana in a standing position. Bailey looking like that leg not giving him too much difficulty at the moment because he uses it as a lethal weapon against the champion.
Oh, this could be a mistake though.
Oh, he missed, and Sabre's got him, triangle choke by Sabre Jr. And Bailey is right in the middle of the ring. Nowhere for the challenger to go. Oh my God, look at Sabre turn him over.
He's got the leg now.
Trying to hyperextend that left knee as well. Bailey in all kinds of trouble. Sabre Jr. relentless, but Bailey made the ropes and the hold will be broken.
Speedball Mike Bailey found a way, some way, somehow, to make it to that bottom rope and force the break. That must be disheartening for Zack Sabre Jr. I think the Internet champion thought he had his challenger beaten right there and then.
Sabre Jr., sometimes his offense leaves you absolutely breathless.
Well, both of us, Bradshaw, actually raised up out of our seats. We believed it was all over with. Speedball Mike Bailey was perhaps the only person in this building who didn't.
Look at that ruthless streak coming in again for Sabre Jr. as he puts the boot in, stomping on the back of the left knee. Sabre Jr. just pacing. And this is what he likes to do, the champion. He goes down to that methodical pace where he is in control. You can see those cogs turning about how he's going to torture his opponent next.
Somehow Bailey has the strength in that left leg to aim a missile of a kick that knocked Zack Sabre Jr. off his feet.
Sabre Jr., you see the trying to not show the pain on his face, but his expression is giving it away. Oh! That echoed around the Coronet Theatre.
I think it just blew the microphones here in the Coronet Theatre. That was so loud, like a gunshot. But look at this, Zack Sabre Jr. roaring.
Oh my God, now look at this from Bailey. Kick after kick after kick. The speed of those strikes. He follows it with one round the back of the head for good measure.
I can't believe both these men are still on their feet.
Running elbow from Sabre Jr. The crossbody over. Bailey countered. Bailey twisted in midair. Sabre Jr. though has the arm lock. The Kimura on Bailey from Sabre Jr. What a counter. And now the octopus hold. The octopus hold from the champion.
This has got to be it, Bradshaw. The full weight and all.
Going for a cover instead. Oh. And now they're exchanging pinfalls. Bailey. Got countered again by Sabre. Bailey. The double knee drop. From the moonsault right into the front, into the chest of Sabre Jr.
A last gasp effort from the challenger, Speedball Mike Bailey. That was all or nothing. If he didn't connect, the knees would have come down hard on that ring mat. The canvas may have shattered the knee, and we'd be telling a very different story. However, both these men still very much in this championship bout.
Oh, the rib cage of Zack Sabre Jr. is pretty hard as well, so you can see Bailey has still done himself some damage.
Wow.
Bailey is first to his feet though. But look how he is a little bit ginger on that left leg. He tried to use it again, but Sabre Jr., he's caught onto it, and he's gone to an ankle lock. An ankle lock from Sabre Jr. Bailey gonna have to scramble to the ropes, he gets there. Referee asking for the break. Sabre pulls him back in, and you see how he's got the knee as well. Look at that grip from Sabre Jr. doing damage to the knee.
Oh.
Trips the leg.
Bailey trying to roll out of it, but look at this. There's nowhere for him to go, trying desperately to shake Sabre Jr. off.
And Bailey finally manages to do exactly that.
Oh, Sabre hard into that ring barrier.
Oh, Bailey gonna springboard from the middle. He got him. A springboard moonsault from Speedball Mike Bailey. My word.
You want to talk about all or nothing? Obviously, it's becoming apparent, as if it wasn't already, that the Internet Championship is the one that Mike Bailey covets. He's putting everything on the line tonight in London. And this live crowd, the worm has turned, Bradshaw.
A roar of defiance from Bailey as Bailey lines up the champion. Sabre Jr. put his boot up, counters with an uppercut, and Sabre Jr. got caught. Both men down. Bailey's hurt his leg. Sabre Jr. doesn't know where he is, and the Internet title hangs in the balance.
What's next in this championship match? I feel like we've seen everything.
Bailey caught him flush. Sabre Jr. barely knows where he is, or does he? Sabre bouncing back, charge. Bailey, no one there, and Bailey's going to the top. You know what that means?
Another high risk clutching the knee. This has to be a calculated one, must pay off.
Bailey! The shooting star knee drop.
Cover the man.
We're going to have a new champion, No. 2.5, Sabre Jr. kicked out, and that is possibly the biggest weapon that Mike Bailey has in his arsenal. So if you're the challenger, where do you go from here?
I've lost my breath. This is the kind of match that could main event anywhere in the world. London, the lucky destination to see two of the best go at it for the Defiant Internet title.
You know, one thing that's particularly pleasing about this as well is that on a night when IPW is running things, they're finding out just what Defiant Wrestling's all about. If there's one person in the building who's not enjoying this, it might be Billy Wood. Zack Sabre Jr. won't have enjoyed that though, a kick to the side of the head.
You ain't kidding. And I think there's more where that came from Bailey.
Oh God. Sabre Jr. If this was a boxing match, that would be a TKO at this point.
And another one.
Oh, he got caught! Sabre Jr. again stomping on the head and twisting. Look at the angle! Look at the angle of that half grab! I've never seen one like it! Bailey, his arm caught up as well. Nowhere to go.
It's all over.
And Bailey had to give up. Bailey gave up. Sabre Jr. still your champion. What a match!
Here's your winner as a result of a submission and still Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion, Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. against Speedball Mike Bailey. We promised you an early match of the year contender, and these two delivered. Oh boy, did they deliver!
One hell of a match. There's not much I can say to add to what you said, Bradshaw. You just have to give it up for both these young men. But crucially, Zack Sabre Jr. still the champ.
Well, Sabre Jr. holds on to the internet title, but the question now is, can Austin Aries hang on to the Defiant World Championship next week? As per the instructions of IPW's Billy Wood, Austin Aries defends against Gabriel Kidd. But tonight in London, the spotlight belongs to Zack Sabre Jr. Haley Ray forced to defend in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Vader Scott and Little Miss Roxy.
Oh, actually, he'll defend his Defiant World Championship. Yeah, next week he defends against Gabriel Kidd.
Manchester, February 18th and 19th. Defiant Wrestling returns to the Bowlers Exhibition Center. See Defiant Wrestling Champion, The Truth, Austin Aries. General Manager Stu Bennett, formerly known as Wade Barrett. Plus, the Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray. Leader of the Curb Crawlers, Martin Kirby. The Renegade, Mark Haskins. Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. The Iron Man, Joe Coffey. David Starr. Jurn Simmons, Primate, and Rampage. Suitable for all ages. Tickets from just £15 at wearedefiant.com.